What's going on, guys? Welcome back to some more Lorwyn Eclipsed PT standard content. Yes, we're going to be taking a look at some more of the Pro Tour deck lists from, you guessed it, Pro Tour Lorwyn Eclipse that took place this past weekend. We did first place, we did second place. Guess where we're going next? Not 67th place. Third place in the hands of Eduardo Sajgalik, and this is Blue-Red Elementals, which we played a very similar deck list about a week ago, maybe a week and a half, depending on when this video goes out, with the deck list that was played in the regional championships in Portland, which, if you recall, did place top 32 in that event in the hands of Jake Koenig. This is very similar to that deck list, where you basically, the Elementals deck, the core of it, is utilizing both Ashling Rekindled and Flamebraider to accelerate your mana. Flamebraider taps for 2 mana, you can spend that on Elementals. Ashling doesn't tap for 2 mana, but it effectively adds 1 mana to your mana pool the turn that you flip it. And then every subsequent turn after that, you get 2 additional mana to spend on 4 mana spells or greater. So you have ways to accelerate your mana. You have 4 copies of EDH staple Roaming Throne, which, by the way, I don't know if you know this card's really expensive, and I know this because I wanted to buy this cards for this deck. But Roaming Throne is a 4/4 for 4 that you choose a creature type, and then it doubles all of the triggers of whatever type you chose. Well, if you choose Elemental, it works very well with the Evoke Elementals. So you get, deal 3 twice off of Vibrance, search for 2 lands, draw 2, discard 1 twice, exile 2 artifacts or enchantments, or bounce 2 things or Thoughtseize your opponent twice. And the combination of Roaming Throne with the mana accelerants allows you to hard cast these elementals ahead of schedule, which then you still get both of the abilities twice with the Roaming Throne. And then sort of the big payoff for playing elementals is the fact that you get to play 4 copies of Sunderflock, which this card just completely hoses all of the Cub decks. So if you got a Badgermole Cub problem in your area, definitely would recommend checking out one of the Sunderflock decks. So that, for the most part, is the same as the deck of what we played before. The big difference here is 4 copies of Bounce Off, which is a little bit weird to see basically what equates to just unsummon. The nice thing about Bounce Off, it does 2 things. 1, it bounces target creature, which means you can bounce their Badgermole land to not only remove their mana creature, but also effectively time walk them when you're bouncing their land with Bounce Off. And 2, it also happens to work very well with the Evoke Elementals. So if you don't know, you can evoke an elemental, say a Vibrance, deal 3 to something, or if you have Roaming Throne, deal 6, and then before the evoke trigger, you can bounce off your own elemental, cast it again. So if you have, Vibrance and Throne, you deal 6, you bounce off, pick up the Vibrance, you deal 6 more, that's 12 damage. Your opponent's probably just dead by then. And then the other big addition here is Winternight Stories. This deck does have a tendency to sort of run out of gas, and Stories basically means that you're never going to do that because you have a bunch of 4-power creatures that, again, you can pretty easily hardcast with stuff like Ashling and Flamebraider, and then just everything else in your deck has 4 power to be able to harmonize the stories. You can even discard stories to Ashling, cast it, harmonize it later on a couple turns later. So just very powerful. And then mana base. The mana base is where it gets a little shaky. 4 Cavern, 4 Starting Town, 4 Secluded Courtyard, because you do really have to support these elementals and be able to cast, any one of the evocaps of these. And then we're even going out of our way to play some utility lands to be able to search up with Vibrance, like Quarry Mountain Monastery, Thundering Falls, and Constructed All-Star Pit of Offerings, which exiles cards from graveyards when it comes into play. And then the sideboard, we got snares for the Cub decks, we got some more counter spells, a couple more threats here, 4th copy of Deceit, some sweepers, some graveyard hate, just the usual suspects. So again, very similar to the Elementals deck that was played at the RC, but maybe a little bit more refined and some better cards in the flex spots. And that got Eduardo all the way to 3rd place. So let's see if we can sort of recreate that magic in today's video, and I'll see you back here in just a little bit for the first match. I look at this hand and I don't know what I'm supposed to make of it. Let's try it. I think it's good. You don't want to know how expensive this deck is in paper. You really don't want to know. Oh, well, I drew a land. It's not a good land, but it is a land. What you got? Very important, by the way, this is an elemental. Elemental raccoon spotted. I think I'm taking the dock. Yeah, I mean, even before Sunderflock, just Roaming Throne was always expensive, Cavern of Souls, all the mythic elementals, like, it was always pretty expensive. Oh, right. Because they can ascend the Bramble. I think I have to let them do that. Can't let them tutor. Well, if I take the Ascension, they can Speaker and tutor for Appa. Appa the Bramble. It's still kind of the same thing. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this and just hope they whiff off of the Bramble. I don't know, it's tough, right? Because, like, if I take the Speaker, they can eventually get to, you know, airbending the Bramble. It's just not as, like, it's not as fast as this is. I did hit Appa. So this is going to blink the Ascension. And then next turn, they can go Bramble, Ascension. Well, this is less than ideal. Fuck. Okay, go. I can't even flip the Ashling, because I can't use Cavern or Courtyard for the... How many lands do we actually have that flips Ashling? 1, 2, 6, 9, 10, 11. I guess we have the 4 towns too, so 15. Yeah, I guess it's not an unreasonable amount. Well, I'll cast that. I'm going to cast that one. You can with Courtyard. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type or activate an ability of the chosen type. This is a triggered ability, not an activated ability. There's no colon. So yeah, I can't do that. Cannot do that. Illegal maneuver detected. I'm at 13, by the way. God damn. 13's not a lot. Alright, well, do this. I need to find... I kind of need to find a blue source this turn to be able to bounce off. Alright, your turn! Well. Yeah, it's a lot harder when you can't cast your spells. You know? It is a lot harder. Pegasus, thank you for the Prime sub, 16 months. Thank you for your continued support. Sure. Did they find another way to airbend the Bramble? This might be doable with the Flock. Although I guess the Flock just picks up the Appa. Ooh, that's big. That's actually a really nice one. Alright, I gotta think about this. So what if I draw 4 first? Let's do that. Blue, blue. I'm gonna draw 4. I'd like to draw 4 cards. Finally! Jesus Christ. It's about damn time. Holy crap. Islands secured. I repeat, islands secured. Alright, so what if I did this? Red. Red. I'm gonna target Appa, I think. Because I need Appa to die. And I might bounce the Vibrance. That's what I didn't want to happen. I don't like that. That's very bad for me. It's very, very bad for me. Yeah, I mean, there's not really anything I can do about that. I can put the Appa in their hand, so it makes them spend more mana on it next turn. Yeah, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess that's my only play, right? There's no reason to bounce the Vibrance, I don't think. Maybe I screwed that up. Maybe I was supposed to just play Sunderflock. I didn't want to play Sunderflock, though, because then it puts the Appa in their hand. And then they can just go Appa, Flicker, Bramble. Alright, well, I was dead anyways. I don't think there was any way for me to play around that. Supposed to bounce the Bramble when they Appa? Maybe. Yeah, I guess given the fact that they had Dock, I was dead no matter what. Even if I had held up the bounce for the Bramble. Alright, I think Snare is good, because it counters Dock and Badger Mole. That might be enough. Intrusion seems okay. I actually kind of don't think Pyro is good against them, because it doesn't kill any of their combo pieces. It doesn't kill Dock, Aang, or Appa. I don't know what else to cut. Maybe I just cut all the stories. I think the reason a lot of people played Airbending is that it was the Cub deck that was supposedly favored against all the other Cub decks. Like, it was Cub deck that was not only faster, but also had a more definitive endgame, if that makes sense. So I think Airbending is supposed to be favored against the other Cub decks, and if people expected a lot of Cub decks at the PT, then that would in turn explain a lot more Airbending, right? Because I think it was the Cub deck that was, you know, the best against the other Cub decks. All right, I go first. Probably fine. Not super happy about it, but I think Ken also played Airbending. I think Ken had a somewhat decent run, too. I want to say he topped... Like, he was, like, 17th or 18th. Gear Hulk, what? Their hand is not great. See, this is a hand I can beat. Maybe. I'm going to take... I don't know, the Gear Hulk, maybe? Take that. Well, I guess that's fine because we have bounce off. I'm actually not even going to kill the cub, because the cub just doesn't do anything. Not with the way their hand is. I'd like to cast Time Walk. I see the team that had 12 people go 10 and X. Yeah, that was the team of people that played the Spelementals deck, right? I believe that's what that was. Their team crushed it. Their team absolutely crushed it. Yeah, the Dumb Harvey crew. Demons was the first deck we played. The Boulder. Yeah, I think they had 10 people. 10, was it 12? It might have been 12. 12 people that requalified, which is nuts. Because their team was, what, I think 16 people? Which is still kind of insane. Like, that's just such an unbelievable conversion rate. Oh, my land comes into play tap, doesn't it? It's a little unfortunate. Well, let's go. I guess I should kill the speaker, maybe? I'm gonna do this. Then I can full cast Vibrance next turn. It would have kind of worked out better if I'd left them with Gear Hulk, but at the time I didn't have this, so I didn't know I was going to draw this. That's fine. Oh. You could just do that. No, I'll save that. Let's get... Did I get the pit? I don't know if the pit does anything. Green, white, blue, black, red. I mean, I guess it is a 5-color land. Probably want this for sure. And then I guess the other one can just be the pit. I don't really think that it matters. I'll grab an untapped land. Do this. Alright, gift locked. We should win this game. It would be impressive if I lost this game. Yeah, sure. No, I mean, none of them made top 8, but they still had the best win percentage out of any team by a mile. I mean, their overall constructed win rate was 68%, which is completely obscene for a 16-person team. You have to realize that. It's not just about the number of top 8s, you know? Obviously, top 8 is the goal, but if you're just going by, you know, what team, like, broke it in terms of they put up the best percentage with the largest number of people, it was that team by a country mile. It wasn't even close. Do I even want to flock them? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Because I can just detect next turn. Pew, pew. Which deck was it again? It was the... Is it Spelementals? So it was like Eddymer Crab, Hearth Elemental, Sunderflock. That deck is sick. Big fan of that deck. Okay. Have they played a land yet? I don't remember if they played a land this turn. I want to say no. Oh, wait a minute. I can just do this. They're still dead to this, right? Because I just cast this and deal them 6. Yeah. I mean, I don't even need to do that. It does feel really odd to not board in Pyroclasm against the Badgermole Cub deck, but like, I don't know, man. They have Formidable Speaker, Bright Glass Gearhulk, Aang, Appa. I just don't think I want Pyroclasm in this matchup. It just feels weird, but I think it's right. But the problem with Pyroclasm against this matchup is all of their combo pieces have more than 2 toughness. Doc, Aang, Appa, Formidable Speaker dodges it, 5 mana Aang dodges it, Bright Glass Gearhulk dodges it. Like, I don't know when it's good. The only times where Pyroclasm is good is if they have exactly Gene and a Cub. But they don't even play that many Genes. They play like 2 of these. I guess Elf, same thing. But Dimir, Executioner against Spelemental. I haven't tried that. I haven't seen that matchup yet. I would assume that Spelementals is probably favored, but I don't think it's by a lot. Brother, that was your whole turn? You gotta do better than that. Is it better to go Ashling first or Flamebraider? Flamebraider gives me 5 mana next turn, but I mean, I can't really do anything with 5 mana. Because I can't go Throne plus Evoke, no matter what. Like, what can I do with 5 mana as opposed to 4 mana? Well, I don't want to cast this until I play Throne, that's the thing. I'm gonna go Ashling here. I think Ashling this turn sets me up a lot better for future turns. You know? Save Ashling discard. I don't want the second Braider. I think I can get rid of that easy. Apoda, you better kill this. You better kill this on the spot, or you are dead. Bad things are gonna happen next turn. Yeah, that's a good point. Deadly Cover-Up seems kind of tough. Ooh, yeah, that's tough. That ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna do it. Exile target artifact or enchantment. Oh, they can do that. That is kind of fucked up. Untap land. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. Shit. All right, hold on. They have another Seam Rip in hand. I guess I can go get 2 lands. Maybe I should go get 2 lands and then Wistfulness Disenchant. And then I kill the Seam Rip and the Bright Glass. That's not bad, right? So, yeah, green. Green. Do this. Not enough green. Oh, I need 4 green for that. You're so right. So I guess I can't do that then. Good point. Very good point. So maybe I should just Vibrance then? You know, honestly, what if I just cast Braider? Like, I know they can Seam Rip that, but that's fine. Can let them have it for a turn. They go Seam Rip this. And the next turn, I could go red, red, green, green. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. If I lead on Wistfulness, Disenchant, pop the Gearhulk and the Seam Rip, I get 2 Ashling triggers. And then if I just... that might just find my land for me. That, yeah, maybe you're right. That may have been better. It's riskier, but... Simic Terror? No, no way. If you're gonna play if you're gonna play a crab deck, you gotta play the blue-red version. It's just so much better against Cub. Okay. Be nice if you kind of just stop doing that shit. I think we're still okay, though. Sure. They have an egg in hand. So now we go Whist, kill the Rip, and the Innocents. Yeah, let's start with that. So evoke here for green. Kill Innocents, kill this. Oh, do they have... they got priority there. I don't know what they have. I guess it could be Spider Sense? That would be kind of unfortunate. That's good. That's really good. Well, in that case... Sure. I don't think I need the Seer. I'm just gonna double Thoughtseize them. Yeah. And then do this. Black. What you got over there, buddy? Show me your secrets. Alright, now we just have to beat a Quantum Riddler. Which I think I can do. I think I can beat a Riddler. We actually don't have a ton of gas left over. Maybe I should just... I don't know. Like, hard cast the Wistfulness there and just don't Thoughtseize them? I have to Thoughtseize them. Spider Sense is the only one of those cards we call by the paper name? Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot easier to say Spider Sense than Detect Intrusion, you know? The Is It Prowess deck? I'm gonna try it out at some point. I thought it looked pretty badass. I do want to try that out at some point. They have a Riddler in exile. I'm gonna save the Flock, I think. God, I really don't know. What if I just hardcast Vibrance here? I actually kind of like this. Get my Roaming Throne back. Search for the Monastery. Yeah, I get the Monastery. I like this. Because, like, I just don't have to Flock this turn. I can wait, you know. Because next turn I'm going to get 4 mana off of this, which just casts Sunderflock by itself. I think I like this. Blocking is kind of annoying because they get all this shit back, but stop! Stop killing my shit! Yo, what's up, Shadows? Oppo, it'd be really nice if you stop doing that. I guess it's time to Flock, right? Alright, get Flocked. Go Flock yourself. Go Flock yourself. Meet the Flockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, the good news is they don't really have a good way to block the Flock. Get it? Oh, you're gonna have to block that Flock. We are flocking live on stream. I'm flocking all over the place, man. So they're dead to Vibrance. Also dead to Bounce Off. Not... Oh, wait. Haha! I can target my own stuff. Should have attacked, but... Doesn't matter. They're very dead. Do 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 do. 5 yet. Vibrance. I guess I could have full cast it, but see ya. God, dude, the throne is so good, man. The throne is so good. I get it. You guys were probably right. Maybe I was a little too hard on standard leading up to the Pro Tour, but man, after the Pro Tour, it's this looks like a completely different format than what we were playing a week ago. You gotta admit that. Like, this just doesn't even look like the same format. It's crazy. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have kept this hand. Pit do be being a Simic land, though. Q's into stock Dimir mid-range. And it do be stock Dimir. Could be Petter's list. I think Petter went, did Petter go X and 1 with Dimir? I think he did. Are we gonna lose to Dimir mid-range? No. Okay, maybe. There is that whole thing about drawing lands. Drawing lands not great. I guess we just have to stories. Maybe I just have to suck it up in Vibrance. Yeah, let's just Vibrance. Let's vibe. It's time to vibe. Rinse. It's really fucked up.
That's rough, buddy.
Well, at least they don't have the cat. Il Gato. 3 mana, 3/2 Stone Rain. It's pretty good. It's not bad. Oh, good. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. This one definitely works. This one works for sure. Dude, can you, like, go flock yourself? Literally go flock yourself. I think I'm in trouble. Alright, you went... Okay, we might actually, maybe, potentially, just maybe, might lose to Dimir. I assume we're still probably a 95% favorite, but maybe. I kind of want to not sideboard to give them a chance. Mana value 2. I don't think that one's very good. Intrusion seems kind of shit. Stroke, Unagi. Like, Pyro, I guess, is decent. Yeah, we could do Pyro. Bounce Off, not great against them. Trim these. Try that. Maybe Seer for Kaido? My friend did message me the other day, and he asked me if I wanted to go to Milwaukee. Because initially I was supposed to go with him. But then when he was out, I was like, well, if you're out, then I'm also out. And now that the Pro Tour happened, we're both like, well, what if we just went anyways, you know? So I'm still thinking about it. I would say that I'm not 0%, but I'm also not very likely, you know what I mean? I will make, I guess, black mana? Black mana and then Thoughtseize them. Next turn, Wistfulness. Could just save the Deceit, honestly. No, I like this. Because now if they flood pits in response, we can blow them out with Pyroclasm. Oh. Well, okay. That does get around Pyroclasm. Got grifted. I don't think I care about the Tidebinder that much. I'm going to take Kaido. Just do this. Actually grifted. Second Wistfulness is not bad. So this one makes green. Decline. This makes blue. And then this makes blue. Do it like this. So now if they Tidebinder, we can just blow them out with Pyro. Also, can't forget about that map. I guess I do lose... Okay. Sure. I was gonna say I do lose the Flame Raider, but I guess they don't care. True! Okay, what were we thinking about? We were thinking about Spell Snare and Seer. They do have a lot of 2-drops. Yeah, Flame Braider took one for the team. A small sacrifice. I mean, should I be boarding out Flame Braider if I'm boarding in Pyroclasm? Maybe. Like, what if on the draw, I just did this? Just, like, didn't even have any bounce-offs? No, I guess bounce-off is still fine. Let's try this. Does anybody know what Kibler's limited record was? Because if he went 8-2 in Standard, and didn't top 8, probably had to have been, like, 2-4, 1-5. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough! I don't like that. So how about this Pyroclasm? God, they have the stupid Grifter, too. No, don't hit a spell, please. Come on. Okay, good. Thank God. That would have been disastrous if they hit a spell there. Because we gotta do that to be able to set up for the Pyroclasm. Oh, right. Kibler is playing Ill-Timed Explosion, yeah. I saw that. I saw some Elementals decks had that. I think there was 4 or 5 different Elementals decks that all did reasonably well. And they were all, like, sort of within the same list, but they weren't all the exact same. They were very similar, though. Did. Yeah, I mean, it sucks that they have a counter spell, but... Ooh, no counter spell, huh? Got bad news for you. I have some very unfortunate news. Okay, well, the unfortunate news is I didn't draw land. That's the unfortunate news. So let's find a land. They're just off it? Alright, sure. That's fair. I respect that, you know? That is a respectful concession. I'm gonna keep! I was telling you, man, don't make me have to buy Roaming Thrones. Which I did do this weekend, unfortunately. Yeah, aren't caverns still hell expensive? I'm pretty sure caverns are still in the 35 to 40 range. Harmonizer is cheap, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about, like, I don't mind buying cards like Cavern of Souls and Roaming Throne, because I know that their value is going to... They're going to maintain their value. You know? Like, I'm not going to lose that much money, even if I have to end up reselling cards like Cavern of Souls and Roaming Throne, because they're always going to be commander staples. I'm not quite sure why they didn't take my Vibrance, by the way. I'm a little confused by that. Yeah, Roaming Thrones are unbelievably expensive.
I love a dramatic
I love a dramatic entrance. You would. You fucking would. Alright, I mean, I don't really have another good play. I don't think I have another good play. Kind of fucked if they have a kill spell. We are kind of approaching the point where Standard is almost as expensive, if not more expensive, than Modern, which is kind of wild, right? I don't know. Okay, other than Cub, Oroboroid, and Elemental decks, what else is expensive? Like the deck that won the Pro Tour, that can't be that expensive. Get flocked. This is not good. I think I have to do this. Wait. Did I accidentally click on pay with green and just lose 2 life for no reason? I may have done that. That may have been a mistake. I don't remember what my life total was at, but I may have done that. Excruciator at 620. Okay. Well, airbending is a Cub deck too, so.
I've got them pinned. Press the attack.
So yeah, the Cub decks are going to be more expensive than the other ones, because Cub is still obscenely expensive. I think it's still like 50. It doesn't give the option to pay with one color if you can pay with both. Really? So I guess you have to auto tap in that case. Or you have to manual tap, I should say. Yeah, I should have manual tap first. What's my plan here? I mean, I have to deceive, but I think I'm still just dead. Dude, what? Why did it deal me damage? What? Dude, blue, blue, black, black. Why? Why did it deal me damage? Again, I think I was dead anyways, but like, why would you make me tap for white mana there? What the hell? Dude, I just dealt myself 4 damage this game that I just didn't need the deal. It prioritizes starting town. Why would it tap the starting town for white mana when I'm casting a Dimir card? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I guess we have to manual tap moving forward, but that is insane. What? It doesn't make any sense at all. Alright, you win. You know, if only I was at 7 life instead of 3. Alright, note to self. From now on, manual tap. Do not auto tap. What did we do? We did this, these, out, out, out. Alright, done. Yeah, this is, well, it's mostly an Izzet deck, but it's kind of like 5 colors. If you count the elementals. This stupid pit, by the way. I hate this Pit of Offerings. Hate it. I hate it. Spell Snare. I can't Spell Snare. Alright, fine. You fucker. They definitely don't have a second one. Brother, let me resolve my trigger first. Okay, sure. XTD. Blue, black, red. I have unlocked a Grixis land. Okay, I don't have land number 4, though. Stop answering my things. Guess I could have held up Seer, maybe? Stop! Stop! Opponent's kind of rude. They definitely 0.
Looks like I gotta fight my way out of this. Just try to keep up.
Your turn. Man, why can't Seer just deal 5? Why can't card be better than guard? Bro, chill the fuck out. I know your weakness. Shut up, Kaido. Alright, give me a Vibrance. I don't know. Do I even want to draw Vibrance? I don't know, man. Alright, you win. I yield. Okay, that was, that wasn't good. I don't really know what this beats. Probably not much. Let's ship it. You really, really do want to find those 2-drops. The 2-drops seem very, very important. Am I back in the Dimir bracket? That's how you know I'm doing so bad today. When you've played against Dimir 4 times in a row. Because they only start pairing you into Dimir when you're truly losing it all. Dead. It's dead. Here's a Winter Night. I guess we'll go these 2. I want to keep all my creatures. I really hope they don't have main deck Soul Guide Lantern, because that would suck. This one? Please don't counter this, please. Please? How come the Spellamental deck wasn't using Lessons? Well, the thing about the Spellamental deck is you really want... You need your 1-mana cards to be cantrips, because you want to be finding more lands. Or, like, you want to be able to do that and then find more spells, I guess I should say. Because the issue with playing a bunch of 1-mana kill spells, right, Boomerang Basics and Firebending Lesson, is you can't just filter through and put a bunch of spells in the graveyard if your opponent doesn't have enough creatures. So it just like it doesn't work as well with the lessons as it does with just the 1-mana cantrips. Okay, I have to manual tap. Red, red, colorless, green, green. Because I don't know if you know this, I'm not casting a white spell. And for some reason, when you auto-pay, Arena really wants you to pay white mana for that card. I mean, I ain't fucking blocking. I ain't fucking blocking. Okay. Well, surely they don't have another kill spell, right? That would never happen. There's no way they would have a second kill spell, right? By kill spell, I meant counter spell, but this is kind of okay. Because now I can kill this, trade for Cecil. Get this. I mean, I guess I can't complain about a spell here, right? I don't think I can. I don't think I'm allowed to complain about a spell. I am allowed to complain about that. Bro, you gotta chill. You gotta chill, man. So I'm dead on board. Even if I produce a blocker, because they have this. So I guess I should just loot with the Wistfulness? I don't know what I can hit. I think this is right. Draw 2. That's not gonna do it. Did. DED. Did. Okay, so Clasm good. Sear this. I think we said last time all the Braiders. 2 of these, 2 of these. I think that's what we did last time. We can't forget about Secret Tunnel, man. Cannot be forgetting about Secret Tunnel. For some reason, I thought they were going to do the animated emotes again for this set, but then they just didn't do any, so I was a little surprised. And by animated, I mean sound. I thought they would keep doing it. Yeah, I mean, this is fine, I guess. They're just gonna hold up mana this turn, though. Yo, what if I Cavern on Golem? Oh, I'm doing that now. You better believe I'm doing that now. I would recommend not countering this spell. Alright, your turn. Yeah. 2 mana 1/1, by the way. That is true, yeah. They were just using sound bites from the Avatar set. What? What the fuck just happened? Interesting. What? I don't know what happened. A little strange. I'm going to tap like this and cast Winter Night Stories. Yeah, maybe they misclick decline. I will decline this. Elemental. I guess we'll just go... Do I Thoughtseize them twice? How about I Thoughtseize them twice? Because I think they might have another kill spell in hand, so I want to... I want to take their other kill spell for the Roaming Throne. Holy shit, is that a Sephiroth? Intrusion, Lockmare, Stutter, Sephiroth, Curiosity. Alright, check me out. How about I take that? And then I take this. I think I can let him have a Sephiroth. I think I'm cool with that. That's rough, buddy. Pretty sure they misclicked, yeah. I guess Sephiroth Bitterbloom Bear is kind of cool. That is kind of a nice interaction. Sephiroth also sort of just pays for the Bitterbloom Bear. That's nice. Alright, they're at 12. I'm going to just try and kill him this turn. It might be relatively unlikely, but let's just do this. Probably not the spot to play Pyroclasm, if I had to guess. Not great against Sephiroth. Okay, that's bad. Shit. Alright. I mean, I get to Ashling 3 times next turn. I guess that's nice. I'm taking it. I don't like that. That's a lot of cards. Okay. Would you like to draw 6 cards? I think I would. Kill with what? I'm going to draw Vibrance off this, don't you worry. You know I'm going to draw Vibrance. I'm drawing 6 cards, man. Of course I'm going to find a Vibrance. Of course he's going to find a Vibrance. Think I'm just not going to draw it? It's fucked up. I also declined to leave myself with blue mana left over, which is unfortunate. Why not hardcast it? Because I wanted to try and find Vibrance. Because they would have been dead to a Vibrance this turn. I think I'm going to let them counter this Ashling. Because I have another one. Okay, or they could just not do that. I didn't leave myself with blue mana to cast the stories either, which was definitely a mistake. Okay, well. Still have not drawn it. I'm at 12. This is actually kind of bad, isn't it? Wait, hold on. Fuck. I seem to have messed this up somehow. I could bounce 3 things. Well, I mean, bouncing Bitterbloom doesn't accomplish that much, because they can just replay it, right? Oh, you're saying bounce their 3 untap things? Bounce these 3, take 8. Yeah, okay, I guess that works, right? Yeah, bounce these 3, take 8, die to Bitterbloom. I guess they don't die if they found They wouldn't die if they found a kill spell, but... Oh, no, they can't, right? Yeah, because they can't kill the throne here. Right. So kill spell doesn't matter. I guess they could kill their own Bitterbloom Bearer. I'm telling you, man, these commander cards are cracked. I told you these thrones were nice. Yeah, I guess Flash Blocker would have done it, but... 4/4, Ward 2 for 4. Hello, excuse you. Who's the clown here? It's not... I mean, it's probably me, I guess, honestly. Alright, what do we got? I mean... It's okay. We have backup Ashling if I kill the first one. I'm cool with that. The Lock Mare. Remove a counter, draw a card, remove 2, stun a homie. That's fine. I'll let him have that. Maybe I should keep the other Ashling, honestly. Fuck this card. Get this out of here. Because they're probably going to kill the first one. I would imagine. Listen to chat and didn't throw. I feel like I would have made that play. Eventually, it may have taken me a little bit longer to get to that play, but I would have made it eventually. It's not something that would have came off the dome, but I would have got there, and I would have got there in the end, for sure. I'd like to believe that. Fuck out of here with the Pyroclasm. Okay, don't kill this Ashling. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come on, you would never. Shit. Well, okay, never mind. That kind of works out. Good thing I drew that Pyroclasm. Sure. Trigger? Dude, can you stop? Alright, fine. Can you get the fuck out of here, please? Elemental. Respectfully, lock yourself. Okay. Wait, hold on, do this, because I may want to sear. Did I get the... No, I didn't get it in time! Shit, I needed to put a stop here. Because what I needed to do was go kill Tidebinder and upkeep, basically before I get here. Kill Tidebinder, then I go 2 mana to kill Tidebinder, 1, flip here, make 4, 5. Yeah. Right, that would have worked. Because now I can't flock them. I cannot flock. I repeat, I cannot flock. Yeah, I drew a tap land. Although, if I had played the Seer in my upkeep, I could have flocked this turn. No, this was the top 8 list from Eduardo. I guess we just go... Bounce the 2 flyers? And then hold up Seer? I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Play this. Get rid of red card. Black card, blue card? One of these two, I don't think it matters. And maybe I just sear this thing now. Let's just do that now. And I don't really care about bouncing the Tidebinder here, because I'm just going to do that next turn. Because now I can cast the flock. That's fine. Oh, God. Opponent, I would like you to go flock yourself. 2 triggers, by the way. Relevant because it plays around Tishana's Tideminder, which is funny. I'd like you to get flocked. Just get absolutely flocked. I guess they can hold up Tidebinder for second flock. Are Badgermole Cub decks dead now? I mean, I've played against a couple of them. I lost to Airbending twice today. I don't think that's what I was saying. They're not dead. This is the exact thing that a healthy metagame should have, where you have like 1 week you have a deck doing very, very well, very, very popular, and then you have the week after another deck that comes in like, you know, swath of decks that are good against the popular decks. That is what a healthy metagame looks like. Wait, why didn't they play Tishana's opponent? Oh, right, you can't flip again. Never mind. I forgot you couldn't flip again. I mean, I don't really have anything to do here. So if I send everything, they're just going to go Tishana's Eat the Ashling, go to 1. So let's not do that. What if I just hit with the flock? Yeah, like that. Then hold land so I can discard Ashling next turn. I'm just going to pass. I believe it does, yeah. If they Tishana's the Ashling, I believe it gets rid of everything, no matter what. There are 5? Just take this, I think. I don't know what the worry is here. But yeah, basically going back to what I was saying, I think that Standard is now in a spot where it's going to have a little more churn. Now the question is, again, the big question we've been asking all day is like, the Pro Tour decks, people built them to be good against Badgermole Cub. The problem is, when the Badgermole Cubs adapt, how do the other decks that people played at the Pro Tour, how do those decks adapt? And, like, is this a situation where it's just going to be, you know, these decks are only good for 1 week, or is it going to be a spot where they're actually playable in, you know, future metagames moving forward once we start going back to other stuff, you know what I mean? So it's like, there's a lot of questions to be answered at this point. I mean, I assume they're not going to Tidebinder any of the Ashlings, right? I will pay. Double loot. Uno. No, that's a good one. That's a good one. And now they're just mega dead. As we flock them, they have to Tidebinder, they'll be Pyro. Oh, okay. I mean, they weren't dead to that, right?